Good afternoon. And on behalf of the Peace Health Ketchikan Medical Center Foundation, welcome to our virtual National Philanthropy Day celebration 2021. I am Lynetta Lundberg, the current president of the foundation board. Along with all of the board, we'd like to welcome you. And at this time, I will be introducing Marie Lindelli, foundation manager, who will host our program. Marie joined us in late August, and since then has been working tirelessly to get up to speed, to get to know you, to get to know our donors, all of the wonderful things that we have been able to do through the foundation for the health of our community. Marie?
Thank you, Lynetta. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm honored to be here today to help celebrate and thank all of our wonderful Peace Health Ketchikan Medical Center Foundation donors. Each November, people nationwide come together for National Philanthropy Day to pay tribute to those who go above and beyond in contributing their talent, time, and resources. And while again this year, we are unable to gather in person for this celebration of philanthropy, it is essential to recognize and celebrate those who transform our community through their generosity and compassion. Each of you in our virtual audience today helps to improve our community through your philanthropic support of our local Peace Health Hospital and clinics. The pandemic has created new challenges for us all, but the people here in Ketchikan and the outlying areas in our communities in Metlakatla, Prince of Wales, and beyond have proven that nothing can stop their spirit. Today is our sincere gesture to show our collaborative appreciation to some of Ketchikan's most caring and dedicated people, businesses, and organizations. While technology is usually our friend, as you know, it does not always cooperate when we would like it to. In case of any technical difficulties today, please use the Q&A feature to communicate with our team. And know that we are recording today's event and can email it out in case anything unforeseen arises. To begin today's event, we have a reflection from Dr. Peter Rice.
Good afternoon. It is with deep gratitude that we set aside some time this afternoon to acknowledge the abundance of support and blessings the Peace Health Ketchikan Medical Center Foundation has received throughout this year from our donors. To our friends and benefactors, the Peace Health Foundation board and staff are filled with sincere appreciation. It is said that generosity is the most natural outward expression of an inner attitude of compassion. The Peace Health Foundation would not have been able to help our patients, families, and our caregivers without the support of you, our compassionate donors. Brene Brown writes, "Integrity is choosing courage over comfort. It is choosing what is right over what is fun, fast, or easy. It's choosing to practice your values rather than simply professing them." It's clear that we are not doing any of this alone. We are all together in choosing courage and in practicing our values. Our true integrity is rooted in being courageous and in living our shared values as a community. The values of giving back, optimism, and making a difference. May we always be grateful for those that inspire us and create in us the passion for charitable giving. Thanks to all of you, from the Foundation board and staff, the clinicians and leaders at Peace Health Ketchikan Medical Center, our clinics here on Prince of Wales, for your generosity and compassion for our patients and community.
Remembrance of Carolyn Wilsey. Carolyn was a member of the Hospital Auxiliary in the gift shop for more than 20 years. Many of those years, if not all, she served as president of the auxiliary. Through Carolyn's leadership, the gift shop has given over $600,000 in grants to many departments of Peace Health, both in Ketchikan and Prince of Wales. With the formation of the Hospital Foundation in 2004, Carolyn became a charter member, many of those years as secretary. In June of 2020, In recognition of Carolyn's years of service to Peace Health, the Foundation appointed Carolyn an honorary emeritus advisor to the board. Carolyn also volunteered and served in many areas of the community. She served as board member of Tongass Federal Credit Union, volunteered with the Chamber of Commerce, and the Pioneers of Alaska Igloo No. 7, to name a few. In 2019, Carolyn was named Volunteer of the Year of the Greater Ketchikan Chamber of Commerce. Rest well, Carolyn. You have earned it, and we thank you.
There are two more families today that we would like to talk about and honor for the contributions, both the financial contributions as well as the work to better our hospital. The two families that we're honoring today have a lot in common. They are a 4-generation family here in Ketchikan, and they have made their living on the waterfront. The two families I'm speaking of are the Taros and Taro-Berto family and the Salazar family. The first family that I would like to highlight is to honor Nan and Cliff Taro, who were the first generation of Ketchikan folks to come here. And when I spoke with Debbie Berto, who's their daughter, it was important to her not to highlight so much their family, but Nan, to remember her mom and dad and the legacy that they set up for philanthropy as well as business leadership. So I'd like to read what is going to be on their panel, and I think you will really appreciate this. The waterfront of modern-day Ketchikan was shaped in large part by the vision of Cliff Taro. Cliff and his wife Nan arrived in Ketchikan in 1952 with their 2 small children. Their plan was to start a new enterprise, Southeast Stevedoring Corporation, to load pulp for export from the new mill, Ketchikan Pulp Company. Cliff's enterprising spirit and collaboration with Alaska Native Health corporations and unions grew Southeast Stevedoring Corporation into one of the largest employers in the state, driving economic development in Southeast Alaska. The acquisition of Southeast Stevedoring of Temsco helicopters in 1989 has provided the area with charter, contract, search and rescue, and medevac services. The Taros' positive influence and generosity extended well beyond their business ventures. Cliff was actively involved in the Ketchikan and State Chambers of Commerce and even named Alaskan of the Year in 1985. Cliff was a 50-year member of Rotary International and a Paul Harris Fellow, a member of the Alaska Loggers Association and countless other civic organizations. Nan was a member of the PEO Sisterhood and an avid supporter of the arts. Serving on the early Ketchikan Arts and Crafts Guild, Nan worked tirelessly on the restoration of the historic St. John's Episcopal Church and was instrumental in the establishment of First City Council on Cancer. The Taro family tradition of building a thriving community continues through Bob and Debbie Taro-Berto and their family. Their generosity will shape the future of healthcare in Ketchikan. Through 4 generations of Cliff and Nan's family in Ketchikan, Peace Health Ketchikan Medical Center has provided excellent, compassionate health care, whether through serious illnesses or the joyous births of grandchildren and great-grandchildren. We are grateful for the dedicated doctors, nurses, and staff who have chosen our small community as their home to service our healthcare needs, said Debbie Berto. We are pleased to be part of the future of healthcare in Southeast Alaska. The second family that I would like to highlight with a panel is the Salazar family. They wanted to really emphasize the legacy of their parents and grandparents. So in particular, Brian really wanted to recognize his father, Dr. Louis, his grandfather, Dr. Louis Salazar, and honor him here at the hospital. So this is their story. The Salazar family was supporting and shaping Ketchikan long before Alaska was a state. A licensed surgeon, Dr. Louis Salazar and his wife Margaret moved their family to Territory of Alaska in 1935. Dr. Salazar served as a public health doctor in Klawock and Konecnik before moving to Ketchikan to work with the Sisters of St. Joseph of Peace, who 12 years earlier had founded the hospital that would later be known as Peace Health Ketchikan Medical Center. The Salazar's son, Michael, developed an interest in aviation while growing up in Southeast Alaska. After graduating from Ketchikan High School and Seattle University, Michael joined the military. He served as a helicopter pilot in Vietnam, where he was awarded a Distinguished Flying Cross, the Medal of Honor, and a Purple Heart. Michael returned to Ketchikan and established Ketchikan Air, later to become Taquan Air. Growing up around aircraft, Michael's son Brian inherited his father's love of flight and went on to become a commercial pilot. Brian Salazar and his wife and business partner, Angela, along with their 2 children, Gavin and Tessa, continue to develop their family roots in Southeast Alaska. First, they expanded Taquan Air and diversified investments, and later established the Alaska Rainforest Sanctuary in Herring Cove, Harbor Point Business Park, and Kawante Adventures. Gavin is continuing the tradition of aviation by obtaining his pilot's license. As they have grown, giving back to the community has been a family passion. Angela served as an early member of the foundation board, co-chairing the project to establish the Women's Diagnostic Imaging Suite. Philanthropy-minded herself, Tessa raises money for numerous community organizations through her Kids Cookies for a Cause fundraiser and inspires other youth to change the world. The Salazars recognize, although geographically remote, Ketchikan is a close, caring community, celebrating each other's successes and jumping in when there is need. That's why the Salazars have chosen to partner with Peace Health Ketchikan Medical Center. Thanks to their vision and generosity, Peace Health has been able to make investments that will benefit health and wellness in our community and region for generations to come. When you walk through the hallways at Ketchikan Medical Center, you will see panels along the walls, and these panels represent our donors that have had the ability to make a gift of $100,000 or more, either as a single gift or as a cumulative gift over the last 20 years or so. The point that I want to really emphasize is that many of these folks that are honored in these panels, including the folks that we are honoring today, the Salazar family and the Tarot family, have contributed not just their treasure, their financial gifts, but also their time and their talent to committees that have done art for the hospital, to sitting on the governing board, which is now the community board, really doing what they can to move better health care for Ketchikan forward.
Hi, this is Dory, and I want to say a big thank you to all of our donors out there. We have donors from everywhere, our community, from our caregivers, from our physicians, and I'm just so pleased that everybody is so involved and engaged in making things better here at the hospital for our patients, our communities, our caregivers, and our physicians. So thank you to everybody who's donating, and we do use those donations to really look at what is the need for our community members. One of my very favorite funds is the Compassion and Care Fund, which is used to help our community members after hospitalization that may need extra financial support with hotel rooms or medications or oxygens, or those kinds of things that maybe some people are having struggles with purchasing on their own. So having that Compassionate Care Fund is so helpful when people call in or we find out that they're in need, and we actually have donations and funds that we're able to use to help out people when they get discharged. So that certainly is one of my very favorite funds. One of the other major donations that we've had campaigns for is our 3D mammography, and that piece of equipment is just amazing to be able to help women identify cancer much earlier than what we would have been able to identify prior to this technology coming out. So that was also a great purchase from funding available through our donors, as well as our echo machine. So big thank you to everybody. Big thank you to everybody who is contributing and helping to improve the lives of our community.
Thank you so much for your donations. It's with your help that we're able to have equipment for our newborn babies.
Thank you from Pediatrics.
We appreciate everything you do and we appreciate your donations.
My name is Jamie Easterly-Kita. I am the volunteer coordinator at Peace Health Medical Group, and I would like to thank all of our donors for the charitable giving they do that sometimes with our program helps fill in the gaps that are needed. Thank you so much.
Thank you for supporting our community. Thank you for donating. You guys are awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for your donation. We'd really like to thank you for all your donations and support. Thanks.
I want to thank you for all of your donations on behalf of the hospital. So thank you so much for everything you guys are doing for us.
Thank you very much for all your kind donations.
Thank you.
Thank you for donating.
Thank you for your donations to the hospital.
Thank you for always being so generous, and we really appreciate your help.
Thank you so much. You're the greatest.
Thank you for supporting your caregivers.
I'd like to express gratitude and thanks to the donors for all the additional equipment that the foundation has helped fund to enhance patient care. So thank you.
Thank you so much for your donations.
This will help for us to provide better care for patients and everyone in the community. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for all your donations.
Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much for your donations. Your generosity is appreciated, makes a big difference in our community and here at Peace Health.
Thank you for your donations.
Thank you so much, donors, for your kind donations to our facility.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you from all of us at Peace Health Prince of Wales.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Jennifer Kolenko. I'm the Rehab Therapies Manager here at Peace Health Ketchikan Medical Center. I'm also a doctor of physical therapy. Thank you so much for your support throughout the years. The rehab department has been very grateful for your generous donations.
Thank you so much for all your support and helping our patients here at Peace Health.
I'd like to thank all the donors for the surgical equipment we've received through the foundation, to include the surgical helmets as well as the arthroscopes. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hello, the community. Thank you very much for everything that you do for the pediatric and OB department. Because of your donations, we've been able to give baby boxes so babies have safe places to live. And upcoming, it looks like we're going to have carts to have for mental health kids that are here waiting to either go home or get the services they need. So thank you very much and keep going. Thank you.
Thank you.
We love our clinic.
Thank you for your support. Thank you.
Thank you for your donations.
Woo! Thank you. Thank you for donating.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank all the donors in the community that support our Peace Health Foundation and especially contribute to the Compassionate Care Fund. We use it every day in the clinic. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is Peter Rice. I'm an internal medicine doctor here at Peace Health Ketchikan Medical Center, and I wanted to just thank all of the donors to our Medical Center Foundation for what you do for our patients in our community. The gifts from the foundation over the years have just really been impactful and is so important. The examples lately that come to mind is how the foundation has supported our clinic in Craig, Alaska. Within the last year, the foundation funds have purchased a automatic CPR machine, which is actually quite helpful for running cardiac codes with a very small team over there, and is in the process of foundation funds to purchase a monitor that will also help with critically ill patients. So again, thanks for all you do.
Thank you for your donations.
Thank you so much for your donations. What you make possible, you just can't even imagine. When we have patients that can't pay for sometimes life-saving medication and they're in between insurances, or they are in the crack and they fall through because they make too much for Medicaid but not nearly enough to pay for something on the marketplace, you make it possible for us to support them while we figure out a plan.
You make it possible to get people here in cabs when it's pouring sideways and it's an elder and they're scared of the bus because of COVID, or because they live too far north and literally can't get to the bus or to the senior van. Your donations make their health better. So thank you so much.
Good afternoon. My name is Beth Seaman-Jaffek, and I've been working here for the foundation for the last 8 years. I have a few words to share. I am retiring tomorrow, and I just love watching all of our coworkers or caregivers offer thanks to all of you. They've shared some of the impact that they have witnessed with the donations that you've made. So with that, I have a few things I've written. One of my latest favorite quotes is a French proverb. Gratitude is the hardest thing. Every day that I've worked here at Peace Health has been infused with gratitude. Initially, I was grateful to my dear friend Penny Peterson for having the confidence in me and hiring me for more than 8 years. The very core of development work is to build relationships, and I am so grateful for all the relationships that I have added to my life with this position. We live here on this island together. Here at our hospital, we birth our babes and we say goodbye to our loved ones as their lives come to a close. Our kids gash open their heads in sports. Our friends get infusions for terrible diseases. Our doctors find specialists for us when we need more care than can be provided here in Ketchikan. We need the very best hospital on this island that we can have because we are a small population. And because we're a small population living remotely, many of the things that would be fabulous to have to provide better care for us must be paid for with the gifts that you have all made. Charitable gifts are essential to the quality of health care we enjoy here in Ketchikan. I am forever grateful for your financial gifts. I'm also a volunteer here at the hospital, and I'm grateful to all my fellow volunteers serving in the gift store, hospice, No One Dies Alone, and for all of our events. I'm grateful to the volunteers in town who work tirelessly making and donating masks and isolation gowns, ear protectors, and 3D printed PPE to keep our caregivers safe when the supply chain failed at the outset of COVID. The outpouring of love and support was overwhelming, and we were able to share the abundance with all healthcare facilities in town, as well as the essential businesses. I will never forget that. Helping one another in a crisis is what Ketchikan does so well, and why I will always consider Ketchikan my home. And that's why I'll always consider Ketchikan my home. I've been lifted up so many times that I truly have lost count, and I am rich in my friendships. As I retire from everyday work here at Peace Health, my most immediate plans are to support my sisters in the care of my Aunt Lynn, who is in hospice care in California. I'm not moving away, just helping out with day-to-day care for a season. I would ask all of you to continue your support of the Foundation's work. While we honored 2 incredibly generous families with legacy families today, thanking them for their financial support is critical, and so are each of you. Please make it a point to introduce yourselves to Marie Lindelli, our new Foundation manager, and to Bernice Gillespie, who will support her with administrative support. They are a lovely addition to our community and have huge hearts and have great skills. They are dynamic, and I am so grateful to have them to warmly pass the Foundation baton to. Please share with them what you hope for our hospital, what piece you can assist. Can you volunteer in some way? Can you make it a point to budget in an annual gift? Can your business sponsor a need or an event? Can you make a gift to honor a loved one, to say thank you, or to a provider for the care that's given? Can you host a fundraiser with your friends to support something that is needed at the hospital? Do you have a will you can update? And remember to leave a gift to the hospital when we're gone and no longer. Can you pay it forward so that we will always have the best hospital possible? To be ready when we are, or that of our loved ones. I myself continue to be a foundation donor and to volunteer for the hospital. And I hope that all of you will too. Again, gratitude is the heart's memory, and my heart is full because of all.
Thank you, Beth. We are so grateful to you for these last few years, for your work at the foundation, in our community, for the immense impact that you've had. We all wish you much, much happiness in your next season, and thankful for everything that you continue to do for everyone around. Thank you all so much for joining us here today. Your donations make an impact that is felt every day throughout the community and will have exponential impact for years to come. On behalf of everyone here at Peace Health in Ketchikan and our surrounding communities, thank you for your continued support and for joining us again for today. Wishing you all a wonderful week, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Take care.